Thank you.
I know it enough to make faces at you, like, why aren't you singing the words, Jason?
Do you need anything before we leave stage? Do you need
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake? Coming right up.
Hi, I love you.
Thank you. Aww.
Hi, I'm everyone. We're talking out here. We're continuing a conversation on stage. I'm talking to hi.
There we are.
Hi, my babies. Who's just meeting us? Okay, I cuss a lot. And is there anything that you need to warn them about? Do you have snacks? Are you going to eat during this one? I don't know.
No, I don't have snacks
You don't
today.
come with a warning. I come with a warning apparently now. In fact, if you come to the PJ party tonight, you will have to sign before you go in that you understand you may come out mentally scarred. Rich is co-hosting me tonight, so you're all gonna have to fucking sign that shit.
I don't know. I think that I can give some tough love sometimes.
Oh, but that's not a warning, that's love.
That's true.
What
That's
that's gonna
true.
be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I want a warning.
What would we warn people about? Who has been here? Who offers a warning for Sam? What do you need to know
What's
about
my
Sam?
warning label say?
What's Sam's warning label? What? Cuteness overload. That's fair. Cussy and cute. And watch out for knitting needles.
Right, fair. In a fit of pick, I might poke you with one.
These are not very spinny.
They're not very spinny.
That's probably for the
It's a lot of
best
effort.
Bless it. All right. Well, good for you. You don't have to watch me sit and spin for the. That's what she said. Brianna's gone, and I have to do my best to make up for the what. That's what she said comments.
Right. I'll help as much as I can.
Okay. All right.
You might have to elbow me so I know it's time.
That's what. Yeah. But
That's what she said.
Yes. That's right. Okay, we got it. So, Your Reverence, I no longer offer to pay the therapy bills of any children in the audience because I don't have any money anymore. So you're all on your own fucking dime. Great. Anything else? What else should I warn people about? Oh yeah, no, you fucking know. Speak up. All right, there will be no choreography. We're both safe. All right. Okay. What do you want?
Hi, my name is Emily.
Hi, Emily.
My question is for Sam. So I grew up watching a lot of Seinfeld, and I know one of your first acting jobs was on Seinfeld. So, do you have any memories from filming that, or what was it like?
Terrifying. It was my very first job, and I was convinced the whole time that they had hired me by accident. I was like, oh, I was convinced. I'm like, why would they hire me? And I think they were so professional, and at that point, it didn't matter who they hired. They were like, she'll be fine. Like, I'm convinced that's what happened. And every day I would go home. So most of the time on sitcoms, you rehearse all week and then film all at one time on like a Friday night. This one, for some reason, this particular episode, we rehearsed and then filmed as we went. But I still, every night, went home. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna be fired, but that's okay. Every night, for 5 days, I was like, oh well. But I was so nervous that I would, Jerry would talk like this, and, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like, doing her thing, and I'd be like, and they're like, huh? But you can't hear him, and I'd be like, and they're like, this isn't working. And they were like, oh, baby Sam. And Jason Alexander came up and helped me. He's a very, very, talented but prolific stage actor. And the sound stage is probably as big as this room. And he's like, do you see that pole all the way in that corner, and like the one with the emergency sign on it? He said, yeah. He said, pretend you're talking to someone standing under that sign. And And so I managed to get my voice up to like, it was still very quiet, and I still could barely look anyone in the eye, but they were so nice and supportive and did not fire me. I consider that a win. But it's kind of fun to have said I was on that show. Thank you.
First times, man, we make some colossal. Oh, first, yeah. I think back to some of the first, like the first time I ever did single camera, and I didn't know that if I fucked up a line off camera, that I shouldn't start the scene over. Yeah.
Like,
Again, I'm just talking to these people today. Apparently, I'm sorry. Never mind. Yes. Hi. What's your question?
Hi. So speaking of trying new things, I could use some mom advice.
You've come to the right place.
I know. So I have a new baby at home. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I was wondering, when you guys brought yours home, what is the thing you wish someone had told you?
They're not going to break. They're not going to break. They're fine. You know, when he was 4 days old, we took him to the doctor because he was born early and very small. So we took him to his first checkup. I don't know if this is normal, like at 4 days old. And I remember getting out of the car, and my husband and I were like, "Are we allowed to just carry him? Does he have to be in a car seat? Do we need to have him in a Bjorn? Like, can you just like football hold and run across the street? Like, what are the rules? Do they give you a ticket?" We had no idea. And he was like 4.5 pounds. He was tiny, and he rolled off the changing table at one point. You know, not that young, like 3 months old. So he's fine. I think. I mean, he's 16. I think he's fine. You know, you panic. He's like got a rash. He's got a fever. He's got a thing. Like, we all are still here. We all had all those things. So just try not to panic. If your instinct is like there's really something wrong, that's the other thing. Don't let someone tell you there isn't. Follow your gut about these things. But if they, you know, fall off the bed, just rub some dirt on it. They're good.
Yeah. Plenty of people told me plenty of things. I wish I'd listened to some of them, and I'm sorry I listened to others. So, shortly, my short version of that answer is every single drip of advice about babies comes from babies that are not yours. You are the expert of your experience mothering, and your baby is the expert of being that baby. Listen to your baby.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck sleeping.
Oh,
I have a question for Kim. When you were filming Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, what was your funniest memory?
You know it's been a really long time, right? Like my funniest, okay, I will tell you. The one time that I remember not being able to stop laughing, to the point where they were irritated with me. Usually when I couldn't stop laughing, they were like, "Oh, Kim, it's being Kim." But they really, and he kept doing it. There was a scene where everybody was screaming, and Arwen tops them all by going, "Dogs have cleaner tongues than people!" And I fucking lost it every single time. Also, there was a line he had once where he was like, "I like cake." And I don't know why, but yeah, Brian Stepanek was my funniest moment for 3 years. Yeah, Carrie loved Arwen. Don't let anybody tell you different. Hey.
Who's the hotel
So
tech guy?
recently I lost somebody really close to
big
me.
guy.
So my question is, how do you guys deal with grief and just like getting through your emotions?
You feel them. That is the fucking worst, shittiest, awful, awful, awful fucking fucking thing I can say. And it is true. The way past it is through it. Do not define your experience by anyone else's beliefs or advice or what came through it. It hurts, my love. It hurts because it is supposed to hurt. A piece of your heart is gone and you should mourn it. So hold yourself in tenderness, give yourself compassion, and trust that the love will continue. And someday there will again be more love than pain, but right now pain is the price we pay for being human. I've had big feelings.
Don't apologize. Don't ever apologize to me. No, my feelings. You're expressing your wisdom. The same. It's just, there's that saying that grief is the pain when your love has nowhere to go. And I see people all the time. We're taught to hide our negative emotions, to, pretend you're not crying, try to hold it in, like, even your joy sometimes, like, don't let them see how happy you are about this or how much you love them or whatever. Like, that just makes it harder. Like, have you ever tried to not cry? If you just let it out, you're done in like a minute. Sometimes it's longer, but just feel it, like she said. She's the emotion guru over here. Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
I apologize for what is about to be a complete 180 for vibes.
No, that's okay. I was depending on it. I
Brain
had a moment where I was like, don't go so deep, don't go so deep. And I'm like, Emmy's gonna pull us back. Come on, baby.
My question is, if you, like, as a person, had a gift shop, what would they sell in that gift shop?
Candy. I would make an excellent, it would be candy and goats and chickens.
Goats basic candy.
That's what I've worked with them long enough so that I think I do have high hopes for they'd be the little goats, first of all, that have to be miniature, but also can you see, like you're coming out from your tourist, like, you just finished your visit to the Western Rodeo and talent show and stop by the gift shop. Here's a chicken. And the lollipop.
I love all the eggs. I don't care for
That's right.
chickens and animals, but I like eggs.
Things with skulls on them.
I had one for eggs. I love it. I love it.
Things with skulls on them and also rhinestones.
Have we been in New Orleans together? You didn't go when we went, did you? I haven't been in New Orleans together.
I think that one time when everyone was wearing, we went tiara shopping. Were you there that time?
I did not go tiara shopping. I went tiara shopping for you in Rexburg, Idaho.
Yes, you did.
But you weren't
One
there.
of my favorite things is that Kim sees a tiara and thinks of me. That is my favorite thing that
I did.
happened.
I was up meeting my granddaughter, and we went to lunch, and right next to it was this store that was just all tiaras and shiny things. And I was like, Sam, they're waiting for you in Rexburg. So I bought her a tiara. As you do.
It's my best one.
So also tiaras. Tiaras and
Well,
skulls.
Brian, sparkly things.
Sparkly things.
Including tiaras.
With skull tiaras. There aren't
or
enough skull
or
tiaras.
right? Or like a t-shirt with a rhinestone skull.
Yes.
Any combination of these items.
Yes.
Skull with rhinestone teeth.
Yes.
That would work.
And chickens.
And chickens with wearing rhinestone skull collars.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They'll be next door to each other. Yeah.
And candy.
And cake.
Yes. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. Well, of course, there we. All right. Hold on a second. We gotta.
You planned this.
All right. You planned it. Okay.
Mine's actually not like crazy like hers. So I know that Sam's mom is here. I don't know if she's in the audience.
She is, and I'm cussing in front of her, so that's awkward.
So I wanted to know if there was something that you did as a kid kid or a teenager that they still don't know about to this day? Expose yourself.
Nope.
I don't know. Look, here's the thing. My mom was the sun rose and set on my mother. She is the melody that taught my heart to sing. She was everything to me. But she was not the most purposely observant individual. When things were uncomfortable for her to process, she was very good at going, that didn't happen. So I think there are probably a lot of, I remember confessing on her deathbed, like, Mom, I'm giving up smoking. And she's like, I didn't know you smoked. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. What? She's like, no. So I don't know. Probably. I mean, if there were, she knows them now. Yeah, she's watching and is like, are you kidding me? Really? And then she just ignores it. So yeah, I wish I could tell you. I don't think so. Yeah, I told her most things, and she always seems surprised. Yeah, I don't know.
There really isn't. I didn't do a lot. I was a pretty specific rule follower. All the stuff came later. All the rule breaking came later. Yep, that's all I have to say about that.
I will say, I think my mom thought that other parents parented their kids like she parented, so she didn't know that there were certain houses I would go over because their parents would like give us pot. There you go, there's my answer. It's like, yeah. That some of my favorite friends were not necessarily my favorite friends because they were my favorite friends, but because of what we all got to do at their house. Yeah. You know, those parents that are like, I'd rather have you drink in my living room than have you go out and drink. I would too.
Sign me up.
Hello, my love.
Hi, my name is Ezra, and my question is for Kim. How does it feel that Jody is one of the only characters in the show that hasn't officially died at the end?
You know, yeah, what is that like?
I took some of Mary's. We're balancing. Somebody else just recently asked me that question. I would love to take credit for that, but I cannot. I don't think it has anything to do with me. I think it just has to do with that wasn't something that they needed in the storyline, and also because I very vocally and frequently said that if I got a script and it turned out I was dying, I refused to stay still long enough for them to catch it on camera, so they'd have to fucking do it off screen.
I wish I had.
No. No, still alive, fuck you!
That would have been such a better idea. Thank you.
Can you imagine? That's probably why they were like this. It would just be too hard. Not worth it, never mind. Send her up the stairs with a bunch more girls.
Hi, ladies. I'm Alessandra. My question was, do you have any odd pet peeves?
Right there. Ooh.
So many. So many.
We share the pet peeve of off-center furniture.
Oh, yes. Asymmetry that's accidental. Oh,
Burn it.
my eye is twitching. Yes.
We send photos to each other of hotel hallways when, like, the phone on the table near the escalators has been bolted into the wall 1 inch closer to one elevator than the other.
Or the whole table is not centered in the lights. I took a picture in Minneapolis of this perfectly centered elevator lobby table, and I forgot to send it to you. But I was like, this brings me joy. No, my friend sent me a picture of a piece of tile. They'd installed all tile in the kitchen, and the bottom row was like this. It was literally like the ground went, and I was like, you have to burn down the house. Sorry.
The only answer.
Right. I mean, it's the only solution. Use your blinkers. And say please and thank you.
Yep.
I don't care how old you are or who you're talking to. Please and thank you.
Mine is so fucking snobby. Everyone in this room is going to hate me after I tell you.
I will.
It's okay. Thank God. All right, you're here. Then I will tell you. All right, so here's the deal. If anybody in the world ever wants to do like a satire of a Shakespeare play, or wants to off the cuff quote a Shakespeare, or thinks it's fucking funny, they're like, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? That's not what it fucking means! Wherefore art thou means why is your name. The whole entire fucking monologue is about why are you named the name of my enemy. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Why do you have to have that name? Or I'll change my name. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Not, where the fuck you at? 'Cause I'm
Fair.
At least we didn't pay attention in our grade English.
Fair. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I wanted to ask, I know that both their characters, Jody and Mary, have they've had different parts of themselves, like become a different character, like Jody was possessed, and Mary became like a Stone Cold Mary Campbell. So I wanted to know, how did you get into that different headspace to play those sub-roles?
I'm sorry, I was laughing and I didn't hear the rest of your question. After Stone Cold Mary Campbell, that was all I heard. So what is it like? Like how do you do
that's
it?
a t-shirt.
Like, how was your mind process? Like, how did you get into being possessed by JL or becoming Stone Cold Mary?
Oh, because you're not playing Mary, then you're playing this other character. So I played a character called Eve, and she looked like me, but it was a whole other role. She was fun. She was not very nice, but she was fun. I mean, I think she threatened to kill everybody, and she laughed about it. So then there was Scary Mary, there was all the different versions, and you just have, in my case, I'm just someone else. It's like being cast as a new role. I just happen to still be wearing the nightgown the whole time. Or the waitress outfit. Yeah,
And die.
Yeah. That was good. You know, they did have that in common. Yeah. Yeah, because you can't, it's very hard to play someone as someone else, right? Oh yeah, I was possessed as a ghost too, so you just played as someone else, right?
Yep, same thing. I just channeled Harley Quinn as hard as I could. And that's what happened. DJ wants to ask a question. Hi, DJ Pauls.
I just want to say that I love you both and I'm going home.
We'll see you at home.
But there's so much laughter from this panel out there that I now have a sore throat talking about the awesomeness that you're causing.
Sorry.
So I love everybody here. I'll see you at karaoke tonight. You're my two favorite people.
Love you, DJ. Love you.
Call me every 10 minutes. Bye.
Bye. And then he came out to the room and be like, you didn't say goodbye. He's like, I'm fucking say goodbye to everybody. I love you. Have fun tonight. It is a good time. Come to karaoke.
Karaoke's fun.
All right. Yes, I just channeled Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Yes. You played. It's just like acting. You just act different. Thank you.
The same outfit.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, my name's Belle, and I have a question for Kim Rhodes.
That's me.
Yeah. Hi.
You can answer it though if you want.
So I know that you worked with Dylan and Cole, and then you also worked with Garrett and Benton. But
Wait.
Is that different for you?
Hold on. You aim at the mic. So here's what I heard. So I worked with Sam and Dean,
Yeah.
and I worked with Zach and Cody. Or
Yeah.
Jared and Jensen, Dylan and Cole.
And Dylan and Harold are related, and Jared and Jensen aren't. But like they play brothers. So how is that like different for you?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay, so here was my theory that I ran by Dylan and Cole at the time, so I think I have permission to share it. So everybody's got the little angel and the little devil on their shoulders, right? Twins have an extra one, and it's anybody's guess which is going to have two voices. They weren't just related, they were twins. So there were some times when it was like, it's double. And Jared and Jensen, I think they're both tall enough so that they know that one of them is enough for me to, if there was double of either of them, I would, just my upper lip would sweat and all I would hear is a high-pitched whining noise while I was like, wow. They're very tall. I don't know if you know this. They're very tall. They also are not unattractive. It took me 5 years on set to get notes from the director when Jensen was standing next to me that I didn't have to follow the director afterwards and go, I'm sorry, what did you just say? I didn't hear anything you just said. My upper lip would sweat profusely. And then finally, when Jensen could, casually lean on me, and I'd be like, I still got my notes, fuck you. and I got into my truck, and I was like, oh look, my upper lip doesn't even need addressing by makeup and hair. I guess I'm immune. And he goes, yeah. And he gets into baby, and he starts the car, and he goes, hey Kim. And I go, yeah. And he goes, and I was like, you're a fucking asshole! Dylan and Cole just farted in the elevator. Thank you, Belle.
My question's for Kim. Kind of a follow-up question to that one. So we know Dylan and Cole were goofballs, and we also know that Jensen and Jared are big goofballs. Who is more childish?
Wait, what? Did you say in my childhood, or who was
No,
more
who
childish?
was more childish? Dylan and Cole or Jensen and Jared?
I'm at a supernatural convention. Are you trying to kill me? I can't tell you the truthful, honest answer. Otherwise, I'm going to get mad here. I'm going to get a talking to. No, someone out here will tell them. Be like, you know what Kim said? Kim said you were more childish than Dylan. Well, there's your answer, I guess. Okay, but to be fair, Jared and Jensen had tiny motorcycles. Dylan and Cole had to be in school. So, that's not really a fair question. Thank you.
That's great.
Let's go over here first, then we'll come back to you.
Hello, my name is Bob, and I have a question. Would you ever do a spin-off of Yacht and Tony if you had the opportunity to?
Do I still have the opportunity to talk to them?
No, do a spin-off of Yacht and Tony.
Would they pay me?
Maybe.
You clearly know Disney pretty well, don't you? Are you my agent? I loved everything about that show, and if they found a way to bring it back around, I would be delighted to be a part of it. Yeah. For some money. Thank you.
Hey there. Hi. I'm Jen, by the way.
Hi, Jen.
This is my first convention.
Welcome. I'm sorry.
Hi. So you know how Sam and Dean, when they're they're always in like diners and they like to talk loud about their missions, about like an angel's dagger or whatever. What would you think be like the average commentary or thought process from other people within like the vicinity of them?
Oh, that look at those nerds playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's much better. I thought not.
Can't it be both?
No, not a lot of crossover in those two populations. I'm familiar with both of them. Yeah.
I don't think a single person would be like, are they really hunting demons?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think they
They'd be
did.
like-
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going with the Dungeons and Dragons campaign. They're working on it. They're a pair of.
Nerds.
No, I was gonna say doms. That's not the word that I wanted, but it was the word that came out. So you're welcome.
I think that if and when there is a reboot, they totally need to play Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, they wouldn't understand, but Sam would understand, and Dean would be like, do we eat the pieces?
Oh, I think Dean would totally get into it.
You do?
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, then I smack him in the face. He's the priest who's here to give. I smack him in the face. Now roll. See what happens. Roll. That's what I said. Roll. So see, I was right. Fucker needed to be smacked in the face. We could use our magic. Smack in the face.
Sam's like,
No, Sam's a bard, so he's just over there singing. Yeah. Sorry. Who does not play Dungeons and Dragons? Because it's obvious that, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. I'll stop.
I'm just gonna say, like, you can take, yeah. You have to explain it to me, because I
He would play a
there's
brawler. No matter what he rolled, so you have to, like, everything's decided by dice, including your personality. So like what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then you decide like what character fits your strengths and weaknesses. But Dean would be a brawler no matter what. Be like, obviously, yeah. You have a 3 strength. Punch him in the face. Sorry. Are we going over here now?
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for Kim. My sister raises alpaca, and I know some of your farm adventures have included alpaca. They have really big personalities. Have you had anything interesting happen with them?
Okay, so we've got 3 alpacas and a llama. What I learned recently is that this part is not recent. I've always known they don't like me. They're not big fans of me. They're like, we don't know who you are. What are you doing in our space? But Greg the goat lives in there too, so I'm in there all the time. But recently I discovered, you know what alpacas love? Tiny little swimming pools. I've seen that. Yep. But the problem is the pig needs to drink out of the tiny little swimming pool because she can't reach the big bucket. So I've explained this to alpacas; they do not care. So our compromise is I turn on the hose to fill up the tiny little swimming pool, and they will come close enough so I can spray their feet. They seem to enjoy. They will come to me. So that is as friendly as we've gotten. Is they will let me hose off their feet instead of jumping in the tiny little swimming pool. Oh, actors are so glamorous. Oh yeah. Congratulations. They do. They have big birds. I have not. No, if you're asking if I'm spat on, I have not.
Oh, you're very lucky. You're very lucky.
I did, however, learn. You think, oh, spit, like whatever. I mean, like it's just spit. It's not. It's puke. Right. So for those of you who ever thought, I'm like, come on. So a camel spits on you. Why are you so upset about that? It's vomit. So
regurgitate some puke to spit it, and then spit it at you.
Yes, with deadly aim. So
That just seems spiteful. Like it's not a defense mechanism other than to gross you out.
Have you met camels?
No.
Spiteful creatures. I've never met a camel either. I only know one because of a Terry Pratchett book. But all of my opinions about the camels are based from Terry Pratchett.
100% of the camels you know.
Yes, persuasive. 100% of the camels and good mathematicians, weirdly enough. So, one person out there knows the book I'm talking about. Everybody else is like, she is batshit crazy.
Hi over there.
Okay, my love. Good
Hi. Hello, Miss and Sam. So my name is Brianna, and my question, Jesus, is sort of on like the more motherly side, since your characters are both mothers. If you had to make Sam and Dean like those actual like motherly packed lunches that you see on like pictures that are all like weird, who would actually do it, and who would just give the money and say figure it out?
Oh, yeah. So, you want to know who would pack a lunch and who would just give them money and say, go get your own fucking food? Oh, I would definitely be option B. I would think about it. I would open the refrigerator. I would realize all of the other teenagers in my life had cleaned me out. Packing them food would mean I'd have to go shopping. Going shopping means putting gas in the car because someone took the car and didn't fucking fill the car back up. This all sounds really hard. Here's some money. In small bills. Tip the stripper.
Mary would definitely have packed them lunches. You mean between our characters, right? And it would either have been peanut butter and jelly or something she'd pretend to cook herself. Like a meatloaf sandwich that I toiled on this when she bought it the day before.
Hey, microphone. So if you guys were like your regular selves and like Jens and Jared were like, we're hungry, would you actually feed them, or would you be like, you are grown ass men, don't ask your wives?
I need context. Go ask your wives, not go get it yourself. Go ask your wives. You are grown-ass men. You're hungry. Now, if I am probably the type that would like be 6 steps into doing it, and Brianna would go, yeah, the fuck are you doing? You're grown-ass men. I'd be like, right, you're grown-ass men. Get it yourself. Here's some snacks.
Until you can acquire food and
Yeah, until you can get, are you really hungry? Do you want something? Because that's me. I would get them something. What would you do? You get them soup?
If there was something convenient to hand over, I'd hand it over. Otherwise, I'd be like, sorry. You guys have way more funds to go buy food than I do.
Your green room is packed to the gills with food. Why are you stealing my small bag of Doritos? Hi, guys.
Hello.
Guys. Hi.
How are y'all?
I missed you.
Thank you
How
for
was
returning.
it?
It was great.
How was
We
the
loved
Friday
them.
crew?
They were very generous with their
Now I'm
laughter.
coming to karaoke, right? And if you still are wondering if there's tickets for the PJ party before that, there are probably. There will be pizza. The most expensive fucking pizza you'd ever pay for at a convention, but I'll make you laugh while you eat it. That's it. That's it.
Thank you guys. We love you.
Please give it up.